Do you need help activating your back muscles that help support the shoulder blades, aka your shoulders? So if you're someone who is very sedentary, at a desk all day, possibly hunched forward, if you're a mom breastfeeding and you're in this position all the time, or bending over to change diapers, pick up toys, things like that, oftentimes we have that very forward shoulder position. So we need to work on strengthening those back muscles to be able to pull those shoulders back and activate those. So we're gonna go into a simple row. So it's something most people recognize. It's a pretty basic move. For this, you're gonna need a resistance band. Now I'm using my fancy springs because I've got my lovely reformer contraption here, but you can use just a regular resistance band. It doesn't have to have the handle. If you have one with the handle, great, but just a plain resistance band is fine. And then just make sure you tie one end to something secure. It can be, a banister, a bedpost, just something that isn't, going to move with you. And then you're gonna wanna ideally have it somewhere around shoulder height. If it's a little higher, a little lower, that's okay, but you don't want it too high or too low. And then you're gonna come to a kneeling position. Okay, so if you're kneeling and it's the door handle, for example, that should be in a pretty good spot. If you have one with a handle, you can even sometimes shut it between the door where you want it at whatever height. So you're gonna come to a kneeling position, and we wanna be in that upright position. So again, think tall posture, string from the tailbone coming out the top of the head, chin is centered on the spine, so just that slight tuck. And you're gonna grab the handle or your strap on the side that's against the floor. So that's kneeling on the floor. And we're going to just give that gentle, not over squeezing, but just gentle squeeze of the glute. That's gonna help us really ensure that we're nice and stable here. We're gonna make sure the abdominals are working as well. So by coming into this kneeling position, it kind of helps ensure that our mid-back muscles are working and we're not overfiring our lower back. We're less likely to go into this kind of anterior tilt and arch our back. So gentle squeeze here. We're gonna ensure those abdominals are on so the ribs are squared over the hips. All right, and you might have to play with the amount of resistance, okay? So if you need something under your knee, you can put a towel, a pad, whatever works. We're sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down, and we're just gonna pull that strap back, and we wanna stop right about where that elbow is, right beneath the shoulder. So sometimes people pull way too far, and then it goes into an arm workout, and the bicep works more, and then that shoulder is getting pulled forward, and that's not what we're wanting. We want the back muscles to work. So you're just gonna think about broadening through the collarbone, take an inhale, expand into those ribs, pelvic floor naturally drops, exhale, small contraction of the pelvic floor, ribs down, inhale, release, exhale. Nice and strong. Now, if you're not feeling this, try coming back a little further, giving yourself a little extra resistance, and pay attention that you're not going into this kind of more bicep curl if you pull back too much and pulling that shoulder forward. Okay, stand up a little taller and gently squeeze that glute. Okay, that should help isolate those little muscles around the shoulder blades. And really focus on that exhale. So again, you should be feeling it right around the shoulder blades. Make sure you do both sides. Try maybe 10 to 15 reps on either side. And again, if you're not feeling it, try adding a little extra resistance. Pay attention. Are you firing your glutes? Are you activating your core? Those little things can make all the difference. So give it a try.